Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Hopkinton High School turf fields for Hopkinton Hillers varsity field hockey on HCAM. As today, the 3-4-1 Hopkinton Hillers take on 3-6-0 Bellingham Blackhawks. It should be a good cross TVL matchup here today. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the call for today's action as the Hillers had a good stretch last week and they are looking to continue their success into this week. They were able to rack up a couple of wins as well as a tie in last week's busy slate, so they are hoping to continue that point streak. As far as Bellingham, in their last game, they had a close competitive game against a good Dedham team where they fell just short 1-0. They are looking to get back on the winning side of things. For the Hillers, in their last game, they were over in Natick this past Friday, taking on a very good Natick team, and that game ended in a 1-1 tie. I heard it was a tough physical game, but the Hillers were able to hold strong. The Hillers took the win last year against Bellingham 4-0, and they are hoping for a similar result this year. Tom Nappy on the call, Ben Leibowitz on camera, and we are just about ready to get things started here in the first quarter. Bellingham will start off in the center circle, working right to left across your screen, and we are underway here on a cloudy day at Hopkinton High School. Sent along the far side. Hillers in the home white, Bellingham in the black, and the lights have come on here at the turf fields. Along the near side now. Trying to take it down. Taylor Interante as she sends it up. It's Riley Curtin in net today for the Hillers. Mallory Berkeley for Bellingham. Bellingham led by head coach Julianne Kilduff. And the Hopkinton Hillers are led by head coach Ali Valencia. Along the near side, Zoe Adams sends it into the box. And I'll tell you, this Hillers team, they have been getting better and better as the season has gone on. And they are quickly becoming a big force to be dealt with in the TVL. Before, they were always a force, but now a much bigger force. I think they could end up as one of the top teams in the league. Zoe Adams with it, trying to send it into the box, deflected. Battle for it. And we'll talk about the TVL standings through today's broadcast. Some very interesting things happening throughout the TVL in field hockey. Here comes Bellingham now. Haley Higgins with it. Thing to keep in mind about this Bellingham program, they have gotten better and better every single year. And they are becoming a very competitive program in that TVL small. And they are miles from where they were just a few short years ago when this program was pretty new at Bellingham. Hillers trying to work their way into the attack zone. And it'll go to Bellingham. We're just getting started here in the first quarter. 2.5 minutes in, here comes Bellingham up the field. Congratulations to the Hiller JV team. They picked up a very nice win. It was a scoreless game until the final seconds where the Hillers were able to net a score and take the 1-0 victory. So the JV team looking good. Along the near side, Mary Finnegan putting on the moves, able to get around the defender. Approaching, sends it in front, kicked away. Well, good job by Finnegan getting by the defender, senior Cassidy Ledger, and sending it out in front. It's going to stay with the Hillers. Off the free hit will be Tenley Wynn. She'll send it up. Looking to approach. And taken away by Bellingham. Into Hiller territory. Hopkinton trying to clear. So initially, the weather report was stating some rain this evening, but that has tapered off. It's going to rain a whole lot tomorrow. Well, it's at least not supposed to rain. You never know in New England. Things could change quick. As there's a shot, Bellingham getting some pressure on, and that one a little off the mark there. It's going to stay with Bellingham. That was Sydney Bashford on that last shot. The HCAM Weather Center reading at a 60-degree temperature. It's cloudy skies. Sent to the top of the box. And that was off a defender. That was a good shot, too. That shot got a little height from the top of the box. Hillers are fortunate they were able to contain as Burke sends it up as she gets tripped up. Good physical player in the early minutes in this one. Along the far side now. Bellingham quickly getting it back to Hiller territory. Along the near side, it is Abby Pelletier. Hillers looking to approach, taking it away, Abby Burke. Burke sends it up. No one there as Lena Vallis was trying to get through. Lena Vallis, what an incredible addition to this team she has been. She's a freshman for the Hillers and certainly someone to look out for. 5 goals on the season, the team leader in that category. Hillers working their way to the attack zone into the box. There's a shot kicked away. Abby Burke getting a nice shot there. Abby Burke, she has 1 goal on the season and nearly had her second there as Mary Finnegan will put it just wide. 8.5 minutes left and both teams getting a little pressure here in these early minutes. It's going to go to the Hillers. Sent over to Zoe Adams. Adams works it up the near side of Interante. Interante looking to close in. That one is off the defender, Alyssa Forget, who will take it away. Now coming up the near side, that's Ashley Kamen. Back to Forget she goes. Forget and Kamen coming up the left side. And it will stay with Bellingham. Putting it into play, Pelletier. Back to Pelletier, centering pass sent away. Towards the near side goes Tenley Wynn. Side in for Abby Cormier and Bellingham. Cormier sends it out to McNamara. That's sent up by Forget. And the Hillers going to take it. But not for long as Sam McNamara gets the interception there. Now it squirts out along the far side, collected by Lucy Mado. Mado sends it out. Bellingham gets it back. Just under 7 minutes left to go in this opening quarter. Here comes Bellingham. With it is Higgins. Sends it to the box, kicked away. From along the shooter circle, and we're going to have a penalty corner for Bellingham. Alyssa Forget drawing that one up. Well, both teams were kind of feeling each other out in the first couple of minutes, but as this game goes on, we're seeing pressure go both ways. I think we're going to have a very competitive battle here today. That's sent out, top of the circle, there's a shot, and it's in! What a nice score there for Bellingham. They'll draw first blood, and they lead it 1-0 at 5:50 left to go. And looking at the score there, it's number 18. We'll have to get a name, as there's no 18 on the roster. So a great start for Bellingham, who is hungry for a win. Hillers trying to work up the near side. Finnegan couldn't keep it in. Along the sideline, Forget. Couple of Hillers in front of her. Just able to straddle that sideline and get by. Smooth moves there, but now runs into trouble. It'll go back to the Hillers. Williams sends it down to Burke. Burke trying to send it up to Mado. There's Mado. Cross midfield she goes. Up to Burke. And Burke looking for Finnegan. Finnegan caught off guard a little bit there, looked like. Side in Hillers. Emerson Foster puts it in. Intercepted there by Sydney Bashford off the attempted pass by Williams. Hiller's going to get it back. Trying to work the near side. Over to Finnegan. Finnegan going to send it up to Burke. Burke cutting across. Lifts it towards the circle and kicked away. Well, the Hillers trying to pursue the shooter area there. I'll tell you, this Bellingham team, they got some good speed coming up the field. Finnegan sends it over. Just under 4 minutes left now in the first quarter. Lucy Mado trying to battle for it. It'll go to Bellingham. Ledger sends it up. Stays with Bellingham. Or does it? No, it'll go to some confusion out there. It will stay with Bellingham. All right. It's going to be Dietrich Dekalaputi side in, and Bellingham intercepts. Here they come. Looking for pressure here. Approaching. There's a shot, and sliding out is Curtin. Ball still alive, sent out of the box. And now back in, out in front of the net. Curtin just able to kick it away, then a defender able to knock it out of the danger zone. Well, that was a good job by Emerson Foster getting the stick in there and clearing the front of that net. McNamara sends it over to Cormier. Along the far side they go. approaching the net. Still a battle for it in the attack zone. And the Hillers going to clear. Well, Bellingham did a nice job at getting in front of the action, so when the Hillers tried to clear the box, they could just put it right back in. Vallis along the near side, along with Finnegan. Finnegan battling it out with Cassidy Ledger. Under 2 minutes left now in the first quarter. A lot of action early on in this one. Pelletier along the sideline. We'll have a side in. Nice send up to Ashley Kamen. Battle for it at midfield. Haley Higgins going to be able to knock it into Hiller territory. Bellingham approaching the attack zone once again. Good box out there by the defender. I believe that was Maddie Godfroy. Towards the shooter area. Sent over and deflected. Towards the near side, out of play. It'll stay with Bellingham. Just under a minute left to go in this first quarter. And that is sent out. Sam McNamara sends it over. Cassie Ledger will send it just wide of the net. It is going to be Hiller ball. 19 seconds left. Well, this is going to be one of those games where both teams are going to be running up and down the field. It's a good match of speed out there. Very similar styles on both sides as well. And that is going to do it for the opening quarter. After 1 quarter of play, Bellingham has the 1-0 lead. Hillers will look to strike back in the second frame. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Field Hockey on HCAM. HCAM Sports is supported by our viewers and by Bill's Pizzeria Kitchen and Grill, located at 14 Main Street. Find them online at mybillspizza.com.
Saturday morning cartoons are back. Every Saturday at 8 a.m., HCAM's Toon Time has an hour of classic cartoons, from Betty Boop to Superman to Popeye to Bugs Bunny and more. You'll see your old favorites and discover new ones. So tune in to Toon Time, Saturdays at 8, and start your weekend off with a laugh.
Welcome back into the Hopkinton High School turf fields as we get ready for the second quarter. Let's take a look at our HCAM Hiller broadcast schedule for this week. There it is on your screen now. As you see, today we have field hockey against Bellingham, of course. And later on, girls volleyball going to tip off with Bellingham, a 6:30 start for that game. And then on Thursday, tomorrow, September 26th, we got boys soccer against Bellingham, a 5 p.m. start time for that game. And then on Saturday, September 28th, this coming Saturday, girls volleyball taking on Shrewsbury, a 1 p.m. tip-off for that game. A nice afternoon Saturday girls volleyball game. How can you beat that? Well, here comes the Hillers back out to the field as we are ready to start the second quarter. A 1-0 Bellingham lead as we start the second frame. Tom Nappy on the call, Ben Leibowitz on camera, and we are underway. Bellingham working right to left across your screen. Along the far side now, sent over towards Nicolapudi. Well, Bellingham's doing a nice job finding ways into the attack zone. And the Hillers, they have been very good at, for the most part, keeping their opponents away from the net area. But Bellingham, they are finding ways to sneak in there. And some good speed coming upfield for Bellingham. Sent across by McNamara, and a nice job there by Vallis to intercept. Here comes Interante. Sent back by McNamara. Coming up the far side, that's Sydney Bashford. She'll send it towards the attack zone. It's kicked away. Back into the box, sent across, and sent out. It was Tenley Wynn able to get it out of the danger zone. Now along the near side, number 18 for Bellingham, and it's going to go to the Hillers. Well, early on in this one, the Hillers got some good pressure going. Then Bellingham kind of took over the last few minutes. Hillers are going to have to find a way to get the ball downfield a little bit quicker and get into that attack zone. Bellingham looking to approach once again. Higgins along the end line doing battle with Nicolapudi. It's going to be Bellingham ball. I'll take it 25 yards out. And to the Hillers it goes. Along the far side. Trying to work her way through is Vallis. Bellingham, they're keeping an eye on her. Here comes the Hillers, a 2-on-1. Finnegan approaching to the net, and she'll ring it in. Mary Finnegan with her third goal of the season. That'll make it a 1-1 game at 12:28 left to go in the second quarter. Well, that was a great breakaway by Mary Finnegan along with Abby Burke working their way upfield. Had a nice 2-on-1, and Finnegan able to get a clear shot on net to put it in. Bellingham looking for an attack. Sent up by Cormier. Knocked back up the far side. Grace Kelly puts it up the sideline. Over towards Higgins. Nicolapudi getting out in front. Higgins sends it over. There's a shot. Out in front of the net now. And sent away for the moment. Trying to approach once again, Cormier. Nicolapudi gets the stick in there. Nice job by the senior defender, Dimitri Nicolapudi. Along the far side, Bellingham gets it back. Sent towards the box. Bellingham right out in front, kicked away by Curtin. And another shot there. Good save. We're going to have a penalty corner opportunity for Bellingham. Well, Riley Curtin has been very busy in net so far in this one. Ali Cormier, the injector, sends it out. And there's a shot from up top. It'll go to the Hillers. Too much of a rise on that one. Nicolapudi knocks it up the far side. Vallis trying to get through. Elena Vallis sends it over, looking for Burke. Battle for it. Bellingham has it. Sam McNamara sends it up. Nicolapudi there to defend. Bellingham approaching. Kicked away by Curtin. And Nicolapudi gets it out of the box. Here's Cormier sending it to the shooter area. And sent out. Well, the Hillers, they've had to clear that attack zone a whole lot. Bellingham just keeps coming at them. And they got some good speed. Sent to the circle, into the box. Curtin dives out, and it's cleared away just in the nick of time. Tenley Wynn able to send it to the near side. Side in for the Blackhawks. Cormier. Sent out. Hillers looking for some space. Quebec sends it up towards Vallis. Vallis putting on the moves. Able to get a nice lift on that one. It's going to stay with the Hillers. Vallis puts it in play right away to Tenley Wynn. Oh, Wynn couldn't get through. Good defensive maneuver by Bashford. She trapped the ball. Hillers get it back, however. Here they come. Burke sends it back. McNamara. And we've got some back and forth here in Bellingham territory. 8:14 and counting left to go here in the first half. Back and forth we go in this one. On the far side, Quebec moves it up. And it'll be a side in for the Hillers. Quebec, nice feed over to Vallis. Vallis trying to sneak through, and shoes cut off by Ledger. Here comes Bellingham. Nicolapudi playing out along the far side, and she's able to get to that ball. And I think you're going to see these Hiller defenders get more aggressive at pursuing the ball instead of letting Bellingham slip into the attack zone. You can see that transition being made already. Here comes Bellingham. Along the far side, Quebec. And sent back by Cormier. Some good back and forth in this one. Lifted up the far side. Burke with it. Maneuvers around the defender, sends it over. And knocked up the field into Hiller territory. Along the far side is Godfroy. Godfroy moves it up to Quebec. Quebec scoots it up to Mato. And a nice pass there by Burke over to Finnegan. Now Burke coming up the far side. Crossing pass there. And sent away by Ledger. Hiller is looking to approach once again. Well, it's good to see the Hillers finding ways to keep it in Bellingham territory for a while. And as this game goes on, they'll, of course, discover those tricks to get it by these Bellingham forwards into Bellingham territory. But kudos to the Blackhawks as they are just throwing all kinds of pressure at the Hillers here in this first half. A 1-1 game as we approach 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Williams with it. Moves it up to Cormier. And a nice steal there by the Hillers, but we get a whistle. It's going to stay with Bellingham. Good back and forth battle along the far side. Sent across, out in front of the net. And knocked away by Finnegan. Working her way upfield, Mato. And stolen away. Good steal there by Sam McNamara. Molly Cormier sends it over. Nicolapudi able to dig it out and send it off to the side. And Bellingham trying to establish that relentless attack once again into the box. Kicked away along the shooter area. Sent over and intercepted by Robledo. Good battle along the near side as Finnegan getting a stick in there. Side in for the Hillers. Zoe Adams puts it into play. That pass intercepted by Kamen, who sends it up, but a little too much on that pass. It'll go back to the Hillers. Kate Williams sends it in. Good interception there for Bellingham. Towards the circle, Higgins wide of the net. Two minutes, 30 seconds and counting left to go in the second frame. Non-stop action all half long. Long midfield now. Good back and forth here. Here comes the Hillers looking for a breakaway. Burke sends it up. Getting out in front of it was Sydney Bashford. Bashford up against Interante. And it'll be sat in. Abby Pelletier sends it in. Good feed there. And a battle here along the near side as trying to dig it out is Tenley Wynn. She was matched up with Sydney Bashford. Actually, that's number 6, Abby Cormier. Looking to approach now. Higgins. Hillers looking to clear. Bellingham coming up the near side. Pelletier with it. Sends it to the corner. Crossing pass. Pelletier towards the box now. Bellingham trying to draw up that corner. We're under a minute left here in the second quarter. And it is going to be Hiller ball. Tenley win along the near side. Looking to scoot by. Good feed up to Abby Cormier. She'll send it out. Looking to approach. Stays with Bellingham. Here they come. Looking to approach the shooter circle, and the Hillers get it back. Sent over, and that'll do it for the first half. A good back and forth battle we have here in this cross TVL matchup between the 3-4-1 Hopkinton Hillers and the 3-6-0 Bellingham Blackhawks. It is a 1-1 game as we will head to the second half, and it has been nonstop pressure by both teams as both have been able to find some open space and approach the attack area and get some good pressure going. We shall see if it'll continue into the second half. I think this one might be going down to the final seconds, so you'll want to stick around. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Field Hockey on HCAM. In week 3 of the Hopkinton Hillers 2024-25 fall sports season, Hiller Field Hockey hosted Ashland on Monday, September 16th. Moves it up to Finnegan. Finnegan gets it out in front. Loose ball put in. Hillers strike. Elena Vallis makes it 1-0. Elena Vallis nets the score and makes it a 1-0 game. That's how the score stayed until the third quarter. Over to Tripp, back to Katz, shot in! And that was actually Alyssa Brown who knocks the shot in. We're knotted at one apiece. Alyssa Brown nets a score for Ashland, and it's a 1-1 game. It stayed that way until under a minute left in the quarter. Harry Finnegan set to send it in. Fowler gets it over. Back to Fowler. Top of the circle. Shot, goal! Hillers retake the lead. Ella Fowler pops in the score and reclaims the lead for the Hillers. It was a 2-1 game heading into the fourth quarter. Here goes Nico Eustaris. Staris sends it over out in front, shot, and it's in. Ashley Forster reties the game at 2 apiece. Ashley Forster nets a goal for Ashland, and the game is tied at 2 with just over 9 minutes left. Fowler trying to cut in. Loose ball. Back to Fowler, goes Interante, now out in front, and a shot, and it's in! And that score is by Elena Vallis. And the Hillers have reclaimed the lead at 1:31 left to go in the fourth quarter. Freshman Elena Vallis comes through with another score at 1:31 left to go in the fourth quarter. Vallis moves it up. The horn sounds, that's the game, the Hillers get the win. The buzzer sounds and the Hillers claim the 3-2 victory and improve to 2-4 on the season. Ashland falls to 2-4. Also Monday night, Hiller girls volleyball hosted Ashland. Steve Sweetapple and Matt Clancy were on the call.
Nice serve. Liv. Herder handles that. Back set from live. Pacina in net. That's it. Hopkinton takes the first set 25-20. Herder, Vidi, outside Pacina. Liv was there. Adriana. And that's it.
That's it.
Hopkinton takes the second set, 25-15.
That was a great serve.
Beatty just gets it over. Going outside to Adriana. That's it.
Down the line.
25-17.
The Hillers earned the sweep over Ashland and improved to 4-3 on the season. On Tuesday, welcome back into the Hopkinton High School turf fields. We are ready to continue on with the second half, a 1-1 game, and it's been a very good back and forth battle. We'll switch sides, and the Hopkinton Hillers in their home white jerseys will work right to left across your screen. Bellingham will be working left to right, and the Hillers will start off in the center circle. Let's take a look at the TVL field hockey standings. We'll start off with the TVL large. Norwood is the only one left in the large, undefeated at 7-0. They are a very impressive team, expected to do very big things. Dedham is 5-1-1. Dedham just was able to beat this very good Bellingham team last week, and what a battle that was, a 1-0 final. So that right there should show you that this Bellingham team, they can compete with the best of them. Along the far side, and we'll continue with the standings. Hopkinton, of course, 3-4-1 entering tonight's game. Westwood 4-4-1. Ashland 3-5-0. Holliston 2-6-0. And we'll get you the TVL small standings in just a bit, as Bellingham working up the near side. Trying to sneak it through there was Alyssa Forget. Along the top of the attack area now, battle for it. Pulling it out is Quebec, able to send it up. Looking for Vallis. Vallis was trying to slip it through, but Cormier got in the way. The battle continues for it. Cormier getting back in there. Quebec sending it up. Vallis trying to sneak through. And it'll be side in Bellingham. TVL small standings for field hockey. Medfield is undefeated in the TVL. 7-0 on the season is Medfield. Norwood and Medfield actually meeting up tonight. The two undefeated teams in the TVL. That should be an excellent battle. Dover Sherborne is 5-1-1. Bellingham 3-6-0. Medway 1-5-0. In front of the net, kicked away. Bellingham on the attack. There's a shot towards the net and in. And Bellingham reclaims the lead. And that is going to be Alyssa Forget with the score at 12:58 left to go in the third quarter. Well, good early second half pressure by Bellingham, and they are able to capitalize and retake the lead. A great shot by their senior captain, Alyssa Forget. Here comes the Hillers looking to respond. And it's going to stay with the Hillers. Burke gets it over. Zoe Adams puts it up the far side. Hillers looking to close in. Into the attack area, kicked away. And the Hillers going to have a penalty corner opportunity. Tom Nappy, happy to be on the call with you for some Wednesday evening field hockey action. Ben Leibowitz on camera. And just looking at those TVL standings, it is very competitive this season. Anybody could beat anybody in this league. A lot of talent around the TVL. Out in front, and the Hiller is looking to strike. Is that ball still loose? Yes, it is, and it's put in. So the Hillers even things up. And I believe that was Tenley Wynn who was able to get the last touch. And it was indeed Tenley Wynn. So a nice score for Tenley and the Hillers. We're not at 2 apiece. The score came at 11:30 left to go. Just about 90 seconds following that Bellingham go-ahead goal. The Hillers even it up. And that was Tenley Wynn's first goal of the season, I believe. Bellingham looking for an attack. The Hillers have other plans. Zoe Adams getting in there. It's taken away. Sent up there to intercept Quebec. Burke gets it over. Hillers have some space to work with, but they'll have to set it back. Hillers maintain possession. A 2-2 game now. Wynn trying to sneak it through. Bellingham read that nicely as Ashley Kamen got the stick down. Kamen sends it up towards the attacker. Kicked out by Curtin. Nice backhander up the field by Quebec, but there to intercept Cormier. Puts it right back towards the attack zone, and a penalty corner opportunity coming for Bellingham. Molly Cormier will inject the ball into play. Sends it out. Hiller's quick to get upfield. They don't want that Bellingham front line to get in there on an attack. And looking for a breakaway there was Burke. Burke trying to slip through. Nice feed towards Vallis, who has some space to work with. Vallis. She was looking to center it up. Vallis sends it across. Out in front, kicked away. Setting it up into Rante. Zoe Adams looking to work her way in there. And the Hillers will maintain possession. Just under 9 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Both teams have a goal apiece so far in this second half. Sent up by Higgins. Here's Tenley Wynn. And she couldn't get through that time. Bellingham looking for a breakaway. Along the far side. Ooh, swing and a miss there. It's going to stay with Bellingham. Pelletier with it. Sends it through. And it's going to be a penalty corner opportunity for Bellingham. That was a nice pass by Pelletier, the senior. Slipping it through a number of defenders towards the attack zone. And they were just able to get into that shooter circle and draw up the contact. Sent out. And that shot denied by Tenley Wynn. On the far side. Hiller's trying to work it upfield quickly. Mato. And it's taken away. And it's going to go to Bellingham. Molly Cormier sends it up. And a nice takeaway there for the Hillers as Zoe Adams got in there. Vallis trying to find some space along the near side. There's a nice feed by Quebec towards Vallis. Sends it out. Vallis gets the stick down there, able to block that pass. Out in front into the attack area, and it's put in! Abby Burke with the score. And the Hillers have taken the lead. That was just great ball movement there by the Hillers. Some slick passing. Gives Abby Burke a nice look. And she is able to knock it in for the go-ahead goal. First lead of the day for the Hillers. Well, the Hillers seem to have really picked up the pace in this second half. They're moving the ball much quicker. And nice crisp passing. Intercepted there as Cormier sends it up. They're battling hard for it, too. They're not giving Bellingham as much space to work with, and it's paying off. Burke and Vallis up the near side. Vallis trying to get through, tripped up. And she just lost her footing there. Bellingham moves it over to the far side, trying to switch things up. Ashley Kamen with it. Kamen gonna move it down. Higgins tracks it. Driving in, takes the shot, kicked away. And Bellingham is going to have a penalty corner opportunity. We're just under 5.5 minutes left to go. A 3-2 Hiller lead. Bellingham looking to retie the game here. Hillers have netted 2 goals in this third quarter. Bellingham has netted 1. Sent out. Top of the circle, and wow, that shot had some spice on it, just wide. That was a great shot, though. A lot of velocity on that one by the unlisted number 18, who will have to figure out who that is. I believe it might be Molly Cormier. Along the near side, Foster sends it up to Vallis. Back to Foster, looking to approach. Along the attack area. And Bellingham going to get it out of the danger zone for now. Just under 4.5 minutes left to go. Here comes Bellingham. Curtin comes out, kicks it away. And it's going to be Hiller ball. Along the far side is Kira Souza. Now Bellingham had a nice breakaway there. Some good goaltending by Curtin. A little bit of a risk coming that far out, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Foster sends it up. Interante, or that's Vallis. Trying to cross it. Looking to drive in, Burke. And it'll go to Bellingham. Approaching 3 minutes left in the quarter. You see, the Hillers, I think they're starting to catch on to Bellingham a little bit. They see that they like those distant passes right off the reset. And they seem to be much more prepared for that in this second half. Deflected out off the stick of Zoe Adams. Side in Bellingham. Sent over by Abby Cormier. And Bellingham going to maintain possession. Sent over by McDonald. And it'll go to the Hillers. Well, some good transitions, I'd say, by Coach Valencia to stop. Well, not really stop, because Bellingham very talented up front, but I'd say better maintain these Bellingham attacks. Some contact there. It'll stay with the Hillers. Foster approaching. Sends it into the attack zone and quickly batted out to the far side. Bellingham looking for a breakaway here. 1:35 left to go in what has been a very exciting third quarter. Nicola Pudi getting the stick down. Good block there. Zoe Adams straddling the sideline. Deflects that one. Foster moves it up. With it now, Cormier sends it back down, and out of play it goes. It'll be Hiller ball. Adams trying to move it into play, intercepted there. On the sideline, out of play it goes. Dietrich Nicolapudi puts it into play. Adams gets it over to Burke. Burke trying to slip through. And side in Bellingham. Looking for the block there, a little too. And it'll go to the Hillers. Nicely done by Elena Vallis. Sent up by Foster. Vallis sends it out. And Bellingham has it. In Hiller territory, quickly taken back by the Hillers. Adams moves it up to midfield, and that'll do it for the third quarter. What a great back and forth game this has been. The Hopkinton Hillers strike back in the third quarter. They net 2 goals, Bellingham nets 1, and it's still very much anyone's game. 3-2 Hiller lead as we head into the fourth quarter on HCAM. HCAM Sports is supported by our viewers and by the Dentist at Hopkinton. The Dentist at Hopkinton provides services including comprehensive dental care, same-day crowns, facial aesthetics, periodontal care, cosmetic dentistry, and implant dentistry. The Dentist at Hopkinton is located at 77 Main Street and online at hopdent.com. All right, folks, welcome back. We are ready for the fourth quarter. A 3-2 Hiller lead. 15 minutes on the clock. And we'll see who's able to take this cross-TVL matchup. It's been a very entertaining battle between these two teams. And some great back and forth. Very even matchup, I would say. Hiller's moving up the far side. Bellingham looking to clear. Vallis sends it up into the box, and a little too much on that pass. Tom Nappy, happy to be on the call with you today. Ben Leibowitz on camera. We hope everyone out there enjoying some good Wednesday night field hockey here on HCAM. We'll have girls volleyball also tonight. The Hillers taking on Bellingham over at the Hopkinton High School Athletic Center. That match should be getting started in just about a minute. 6:30 start time for that one. And then tomorrow we have more Hiller-Bellingham action as boys soccer takes on Bellingham. A 5 p.m. start time for that game. Vallis takes it for the Hillers. And she was looking to get it to Interante. Good interception there for Bellingham. Here they come. Into the box. Oh, no defenders there. What a save. A pair of saves by Riley Curtin. She saved the initial shot by Abby Cormier. Then Cormier tried to stuff it in off the deflection. But some great goaltending there by Riley Curtin. Prevents a score for Bellingham. And we have a steal by Vallis as she works her way up. In the Bellingham territory. Good deflection there by Finnegan. Bellingham looking to clear along the far side. And she was straddling that sideline and just could not keep it in. Sent in by Adams. Zoe Adams on the side in, and a little too much on that pass. Along the far side, Adams gets in there. And out of play it goes. It'll stay with the Hillers. And that is a good knock up the field by the Bellingham defender. Decalaputi gets out in front of it. Moving it up the field, and we'll put it back into Bellingham territory. Here comes Burke. Good defense by Decalaputi there. Pass over to Quebec. Quebec try to move into the attack zone. Vallis sends it out. That shot attempt deflected. Top of the circle now, and that is deflected. Out of play it goes. It'll stay with the Hillers. Tenley Wynn will get the free hit. And she moves it up. It's going to go to Bellingham. Just under 11 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Wynn moves it up. Here comes the Hillers looking for an attack. Burke sends it across, gets by everybody. Out of play goes. Be a side in for Bellingham. Sent out into the box. Hiller's looking for an attack. And just wide of the net. Over to the near side it goes and out of play. Under 10 minutes left now as Bellingham puts it into play. Cormier sends it over. Along the near side. Nicolapudi with some good defense there once again. And that pass just misses Quebec. A little too much. Molly Cormier will send it in. Matched up with Vallis. And Vallis going to win that battle. Hiller ball. Quebec trying to find an opening. Tenley Wynn will take over. Sends it out. It's going to go to Bellingham. They'll take it from the side. And deflect it out of play off of Vallis. Well, the Hillers, they are contesting any type of space and getting in front of these Bellingham passes, not giving them room to work with. And I think that's been the major difference in this second half that has prevented as much of a Bellingham attack as we saw in the first half. So the change is certainly paying off so far for the Hillers. Avery Quebec along the near side. Try to fling it into the attack zone. Bellingham moving it up the sideline. Nice pass to keep it in there and knocked out off the stick of Nicolapudi. Bellingham will have the side in. Cormier on the entry, sends it up into Hiller territory. Gets by Nicolapudi into the box, and out of play it goes. Hiller's trying to hold their one-score lead. Just under 7.5 minutes left to go. Oh, and Nicolapudi got an unintentional lift on that one, and we have an injured player on the field. As unfortunately it hit one of the Bellingham athletes, and we certainly hope she's okay. We'll step aside on HCAM. All right, folks, we are ready to continue on. Alyssa Forge took the attempted pass there by Nicolapudi off the head area, so we certainly hope she's okay. She did walk off under her own power and seems to be fine. She'll get checked out by the trainers as Bellingham looking for an attack here. And that's sent out by Finnegan. Bellingham trying to close in once again. Higgins, sent just wide of the net. They nearly snuck one in there. Just off the mark. Sent over by Godfroy, and that gets away from Williams. It's going to go back to Bellingham. It'll stay with Bellingham as they look to close in into the attack zone, and Hiller is able to clear quickly. On the far side, that is Valentkevich. Bellingham gets it back. Vallis was looking to block it there. Into the attack zone along the shooter circle. And the penalty corner is drawn by Bellingham. Big opportunity here to even things up. Putting it into play, Molly Cormier sends it in. Top of the circle, looking for the shot out in front, and sent away. Bellingham bringing it back in, however, sent over by Higgins. With it now is Cassidy Ledger. She'll move it up into the box and out of play. Well, Hiller's looking to clear the zone. Bellingham has other ideas as here they come once again. Sent away. Back and forth we go in the Hiller defensive area. Velikevich gets a piece of it, able to knock it towards the far side. Looking to approach once again. Hiller's defense holding strong. Williams sends it out. We're under 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter. And they are going to drop the penalty corner. Sent in. There's a hard shot just wide. Well, some good mustard on that shot, but just off the mark. Bellingham running out of time. They're going to be aggressive. Good steal here by Molly Cormier as she gets it away from Adams. A swipe by the defender out to Adams, who will put it up and out along the near side. 2 minutes, 45 seconds remain in this fourth quarter. Molly Cormier sends it out. Good feed towards the shooter circle, and Bellingham looking to charge in. Hiller defense continuing to hold strong. That one just getting away from Foster as Adams puts it up towards Foster. Out of play it goes. Side in Bellingham. Cormier moves it in. And a good knock there by Burke. Looking to approach, and that'll stay with Bellingham. That'll go to the Hillers as it rolls out of play. Just a little too much on that pass. Tenley Wynn will send it into play. Now to Adams, and it's going to be Bellingham ball. Here they come, looking for an attack. Sent out of the danger zone. Well, Bellingham's throwing everything they got at him right now. Molly Cormier with it. Stays with Bellingham. Cormier sends it up. And the Hillers get it away. Foster over to Vallis. Battle along the near side, taken back by McNamara. Sent back up by Wynn. 45 seconds left to go. Hiller ball. Sent in a play by Wynn into Bellingham territory. She goes. A knock there back into Hiller territory. Bellingham hoping to get one last opportunity. Can the Hillers hold on? 20 seconds left. Nicolapudi sends it out. Cormier closing in. Wynn trying to move it up. And 5 seconds left. Bellingham, they have to work quick here. And that is going to do it. The Hopkinton Hillers are going to hang on and take the 3-2 victory over the Bellingham Blackhawks. It was a great match out there tonight. Some high intensity, some great momentum on both sides. A tremendous back and forth battle between the Hillers and Bellingham. And these two teams, they are certainly talented teams who are going to be forces in this very competitive TVL league. The Hopkinton Hillers improved to 4-4-1 on the season as they have their fourth straight game earning at least a point. They've won 3 of their last 4. Bellingham falls to 3-7-0, but what a great effort it was by both teams out there tonight. But a big win for the Hillers. They fell behind early. They fell behind a couple different points in this game, but they were able to battle back and get the 3-2 victory over Bellingham. That is just about going to do it for our coverage here this evening. For Ben Leibowitz on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. This has been Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Field Hockey on HCAM. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.